Supposedly the most secure area in Baghdad, the Iraqi capital's green zone is stormed by thousands of protesters for the second time in a month. Egypt releases the first images of wreckage found at the site of the EgyptAir crash in the Mediterranean. That's as reports emerged smoke was detected inside the plane's cabin minutes before it came down. And a Greek court rules against deporting a Syrian asylum seeker to Turkey, deeming the country unsafe as tens of thousands of refugees remain stranded in overcrowded Greek camps. You're watching RT International live from Moscow with me, Nadira Tudor. Welcome to the programme. Hundreds of people have poured onto the streets of the Iraqi capital, Baghdad, for the funeral of anti-government protesters killed during fierce clashes with security forces. On Friday, thousands of demonstrators stormed the high-security green zone in the capital, which houses many of the diplomatic and federal buildings. They've been angered by a lack of government reforms and the state of security in the country. Police reportedly shot dead at least 4 of the protesters. Medical sources say up to 100 people were injured.
والله وضعيه كلش تعبانه. هسه وصلنا الحين لحد الباب، ضربونا غاز مسيل الدموع، ضربوا طلقات، الصوب واحد من المتظاهرين ضربوه براسه بطلقه، ضربونا قنبله هاون صوتي دخان راجع. شوف اسمع يلا يا ولد لا تركضوا مظاهره، لا تركضوا مظاهره.
On this map, we've highlighted the green zone of Baghdad, a heavily fortified area housing many government buildings, embassies and international organisations. It's the second time in a month it's been stormed by demonstrators accusing the government of corruption. The Green Zone was the former headquarters of the Hussein regime, but was captured by US military forces in 2003 amid fierce battles. It housed the American army until 2009, when it was handed over to Iraqi authorities. However, the area remained completely closed to the public until last year. We asked a former CIA officer about the security situation there.
I've been in the green zone many times, and I think about what it means. It should be one of the safest areas in the country. I think it really does establish just how vulnerable Iraq, just how unstable Iraq is right now. I think the problem with the current leadership is they haven't been able to answer all the questions and the demands of the Iraqi people. Again, they still have energy problems, they're still having food problems, they're still having resources problems, and they're still having security problems.
Prominent Iraqi Shia cleric Muqtada al-Sadr has voiced his support for the anti-government demonstrators. He is famous as Shia cleric and also a head of the militia group called the Mahdi Army, which gained popularity after the US-led invasion in 2003. He has been calling for the withdrawal of American troops and is known for his anti-Washington stance. Members of his group have repeatedly clashed with US forces. A month ago, al-Sadr's supporters also broke into the Green Zone and occupied one of the parliamentary buildings. Protesters were seen dancing and waving national flags inside the building. They left a few hours later, having reportedly broken furniture and caused minor damage. Meanwhile, the situation in Iraq is improving, according to Washington. A top US commander recently said the country is getting better at coping with challenges it faces. But a former UN spokesperson for Iraq told RT that he believes security forces there are simply overwhelmed.
The government of Iraq has relied heavily on foreign companies and so on in the past. Now it is trying to empower its own security forces. but they really are not equipped to deal with that issue. The security in Baghdad has never been really good ever since the invasion of the United States, but it has deteriorated a great deal, and there is a great deal of frustration. The United States keeps pouring money and arms and training into Iraq, but we have not seen the result yet. The government of Iraq has not shown itself to be quite capable in dealing with ISIS. Certainly the militias have probably been proven more apt to fight ISIS, as we have seen